everybody, it's Mike the Baldadonis. Today is Thursday, which means it's
Conspiracy Theories Thursday.
with Gary from the gym.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. What's happening, buddy?
Hey Mike, I want to introduce you Black Goo.
Sounds good.
I looked into this like 5 years ago, and this Black Goo has a power source of its own, an intelligence of its own. It's found in the earth, throughout the whole earth. It's a special oil. It's not the oil that we burn or we use, the power plants. This oil you can't even do it with this stuff. This oil seems to have its own properties, its own defense mechanism. If you want to manipulate it or do something,
it's like its own entity.
its own entity.
Okay.
So, and anyway, it's found all over the earth underneath, and the Germans used it back in the day, World War II. They found it in the lava rocks. They were able to extract it from that. This Black Goo also is of its own entity. It doesn't have to be taken out of rocks. It's actually hundreds of years old.
Maybe a little bit longer than the hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds. Yeah, hundreds times hundreds, I guess. So this is an oil that can control it with electrical signals, and it's meant for advanced technologies. If you can control it with hydraulic systems, with micro transistors, pulses, they want to use it in robotics. They've also tested it on people or in people, injecting in their bone marrow, because then it can get through the whole body system, because that's where your blood cells are made. Blood cells are made in the bones. But anyway, those are some of the things researchers are doing. It's dark, this isn't something they do in the medical hospital. This is research that's done below. This is why we're calling it a conspiracy theory. I mean, you can look into it if you like. Black Goo, I thought it was interesting. It's above my pay level, but something to look into. Anyway, a lot of the oil companies can't use this Black Goo because of the nature of it is. The nature that it is, you can't burn it or anything of that nature. This Black Goo is also protected from our shores in the United States. They're able to, the scientists or whatever, are able to detect what type of oil, oils have different chemicals or different properties.
Yep.
So with this Black Goo, Americans have devised technology that they can at least find out if the Black Goo is in the tankers that come to this country. And if there is Black Goo in it, they refuse those tankers. So I find it amazing that there's something about this Black Goo. The only thing I can think of is that they're protecting us or the shores. Because this Black Goo seems to have some type of defense mechanism. If you do something wrong with it or something, it does something to you. People have said they talk to this stuff through telecommunications, where so that leads to the fact that it could be of an alien technology or something from years past, something beyond humanism. So again, it's the conspiracy. The chemical has its own signature. I don't know. I just wanted to mention that Black Goo. There is a lady her name is Sarah. She says she was a test tube baby created to be tested upon. She claims there's other children in these tunnels that we talked about last week, that they do all this research, but she claims that she was being injected with this Black Goo. They just want to see what's going on here, what they can do with this life form. In London, England, years past, I think in the 40s, around that time, they didn't know what to do with the oil, so they dumped it down the sewer systems. Yeah, and eventually 10 years later, there were people that were being transformed, drinking, somehow it got into the water system.
Of course it did.
It's just interesting. What I find interesting too, now that I knew about Black Goo, or you can look into it, there's a lot of our entertainment movies that have Black Goo in it. So it's just, and this is before the movies, okay? So the movies are either reenacting or giving us subliminal ideas of what's going to be done or what can be done. movies such as Prometheus, I don't know. It's actually on demand right now. I happened to be watching it the other day. There's X-Files, Black Goo. You can do that. That's on YouTube. There's a movie called John Died at the End. Talks about the Black Goo. Spider-Man. I don't know if you noticed, but there's Black Goo in the Spider-Man movie.
Someone's got to be evil.
You know?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, this is right. And then even Lady Gaga, if you see some of her music videos, have Black Goo in it. So it's just funny that there seems to be some Black Goo thing. Also, they talk about Mecca, you know, the big box that the Muslims walk around during their prayer, during their holy season. Well, in that black box happens to have some of this Black Goo in the rock. Same with the Vatican. It's claimed that the Vatican has the Black Goo in the rocks. It has this aura or this feeling or something of that nature. And also that a lot of the churches in Europe have the black rock. So, yeah, it's interesting. So today is about Black Goo, and if you're interested in looking a little bit, you know, it also relates to a little transhumanism, Black Goo. So I thought that was interesting. I will do transhumanism in the future, but this is a piece of the puzzle. So.
Sounds good. So guys, if you like Gary, you like our show, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, give us a chance, subscribe. You know, it's very nerve-wracking, I said this before, to make these videos. You know, so if we blunder a little bit, so what? We're just humans, right? We got a little Black Goo in us, so what?
Yeah, right, there you go.
So until the next video, guys, Ball Adonis out.
There you go, I like that, it's cute.